Hey friends, this is Zach from visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple, serene life. Today, I'm taking a look at another Maxpedition pouch. I know I've been doing a lot of Maxpedition reviews lately because I really like their products and I want to take a look at all the different sizes and capacities and different types of products that they offer. Today, I've got the mini pocket organizer in two colors. This is the foliage green, which I really like. It's almost like a Philadelphia Eagles greenish kind of color, like a metallic green. And then also the khaki color, which is a little bit more of an olivey kind of khaki color. So let's take a look at the one that's not loaded out as well as the one that's loaded out, and we can compare it to some of their other sized pouches as well. So first of all, let's take a look at the exterior of the pouch. As you can see, there's a little spot for a morale patch. I have the American flag one in the SWAT color that Maxpedition makes. I really like this flag one and I like the grayscale look of it. It's really nice and fits nicely on the little hook and loop pattern. There's also a little slot here with a hook and loop fastener. This is a mesh pocket that you could use for documentation or anything flat or small that you want to keep on the exterior of the pouch. Then you have two YKK zippers with paracord zipper pulls, very beefy and nice, that pull around the whole thing. On the back side, you have 6 MOLLE strips and a nice nylon handle that's double stitched, and it's super strong. The material seems very water resistant, seems very nice, and I really like the way this feels in hand. It feels very beefy and like you could put it through its paces and it would do just fine. On the inside, you have 2 sides. On both sides, you have a little slip pocket in the back. That would be great for flatter items like notebooks and things like that. You also have a little attachment point here if you wanted to put a carabiner or put something there, as well as a key leash with a little plastic key clip. So anything that has a keychain loop, you could attach to this, whether it's a multi-tool, your keys, anything like that. Then you have these little elastic loops where there's one giant one on this side for large items, 2 medium-sized ones right here, a little bit bigger 3 right there, and then 4 little tiny ones right here. So this could work for all kinds of things: pens, scissors, lighters, knives, cordage, dongles, charging cables, anything that you want to stick in those little slots would work. So this is a very full-featured little pouch. It's very well designed, very well made, and it's useful for a number of different things. So let's take a look at the khaki one and what I've loaded inside of it. Taking a look at the khaki mini pocket organizer here from Maxpedition, you can see I have another different morale patch here. This one has the Grim Reaper on it. It's another really nice Maxpedition morale patch. They make some great rubber ones with the hook and loop fasteners. They're interchangeable. You could use them to label your pouches. You could use them to customize your pouches, personalize them, whatever you might want. So moving to the inside of this bag, since I don't have anything on the outside, I don't typically use this outer mesh pocket unless I had to for like a piece of paper or something that I needed to slide somewhere. And I'm not the biggest MOLLE loop guy, so they're useful to have if I need them or if I need to attach this to a larger bag, but I don't typically use them in my everyday life. Moving to the inside of the pouch, let's take a look at what we've got inside. So here, I just have a little Sharpie marker. I have a pen-sized set of TSA safe scissors that I bring on airplanes and things. This thing's really nice. I really love these scissors. They're not the most durable in the world, but because they're TSA safe, the blade length is correct, they work perfectly and they fit into a small little package here and they work effectively to cut cordage. I love throwing these in any one of my kits. Then we just have a basic pen here. Everyone needs a writing implement. Then we have a right angle ratchet set. So this fits 1/4-inch bit drivers as well as 1/4-inch ratchet heads. So this is really helpful to have. It has a lot of use cases where if I just need to tighten something real quick or loosen something real quick, I have this on hand. Then I have my Write in the Rain notebook. I've mentioned these before. Waterproof notebooks always need a place to write something down, especially one that would work even when it gets wet. So really helpful to have these. Got some number 36 bank line because I always have this on me. It's strong, it's tough, it's durable. You can use it as a fire extender, and you always need cordage in case you need to tie something up or fix something. Then I just have a little Bic lighter with some duct tape wrapped around it. Again, the duct tape can be used to repair things. It can be used to tape something to the outside of your bag or tape something on the wall. And it also works as a fire extender. And then the Bic, first time every time, works great. Then I just have a little cheap flashlight that is in addition to the one that I have on my keychain that's a little bit nicer. This is just a cheap AAA flashlight. Works great in a pinch. Easy to find fuel for if you need other AAA batteries. It's small, it's compact, it's cheap. Love to have it. Then I just have the Gerber dime here, which is my favorite miniature multi-tool. It doesn't have all the features that you would get in a giant multi-tool, but for my everyday purposes, this thing works great. It's got pry tools, it's got flathead screwdrivers, bottle opener, knife, saw, package openers, pliers, with wire cutters, everything like that. So pretty much everything that I need in my general day-to-day life is on this. Then I just have a couple Ziploc bags with rubber bands. You never know if you have something nasty or you need to store something or you're gathering when you're out in the field. It's just great to have some extra plastic bags to put things in. And then also I just have a stack of just papers here in case I needed to leave a note behind. I ran out of notepad paper from my Write in the Rain notebook, or I just needed some extra fire starter. I've got some extra paper here. Then on this side, I have a little M-Tech fixed blade knife. Great for whittling, great for fire starting if you have a ferrocerium ride. It's just a great little knife to have. It fits really well in this little sleeve, and it's super small, but it can be used in a lot of different ways. It's pretty cheap, so if you mess it up, it's no big deal. I really love this little knife, and it gets a lot of use on my end. Then I just have the ratchet drivers as well as the bits for the right angle driver. And then here's the little adapter for just a little bit driver. So these go with the right angle driver, and then I can open a number of different screws, bolts, things like that in a really small package. So really helpful to have these in your kit as well. And for me, that's about it. So that covers everything that I could fit in here. And I tried to pare it down to things that I personally find are the most useful. So yeah, let me know if you have any other suggestions for what I could put in the smaller kit. In a previous review, I'd gone over the double-decker EDC pocket pouch from Maxpedition, so I just wanted to show you the size of it as it compares to the mini pocket organizer. So if you close up the mini pocket organizer, I can put it right next to the double-decker EDC pocket pouch, and you can see their size differences. This one is obviously a little bit longer, and it's also double-decker, so it's obviously a bit wider as well. I had the exact same loadout that I had in the mini pocket organizer in here, plus a few extras. So I just wanted to show you the things that I didn't fit in here. Don't worry about the outside of the bag. This was just a piece of paper I had that I was storing out here that could easily fit in here, and then just a different morale patch. But on the inside, the things that I couldn't fit in the mini were this little cinch bag here, where I have a bunch of little tools. I don't want to empty them all out, but I have things like a binder clip. I've got some extra cordage. I have some gear ties. I have some extra longer rubber bands. I have some safety pins. I have some small finesse kind of screwdrivers for electronics and knife repair and things like that. So this big guy's a little too big to fit in this little one and with all the other gear. Then I have these little zip ties tied with a rubber band. So I could have probably fit these in here, but I didn't want to overload it. It's just another extra thing I like to have around. Then I have my little silverware that's in kind of a Swiss Army knife format. It's got a knife, bottle opener, spoon, and fork. You can unclip these so that you can eat with them separately, or you can just leave them here and pull them out one at a time. This thing's great to have in the car, anywhere that you might have forgotten silverware. If you bought food from a food truck or a convenience store and you forgot to grab a plastic fork or something, you have this on hand. And then an extra lighter here, just a Zippo. Always like to have a Zippo on hand. It's another fire starter. They're pretty beefy. They can go through all kinds of different climates and environments. And they're just fun kind of fidget toys too. So always like having a Zippo in my pack. That's it for that first pocket. Then if we go over to the back of the kit, I have my Sendero Provision Company handkerchief. This is another thing I love to have on hand. It's great to filter large things out of water. Use it to cover your head. Use it to cover your mouth if you're in a dusty area. All kinds of uses for a handkerchief. Wipe your face, wipe your sweat, tie it around to put pressure on a wound, anything like that. So handkerchief, always helpful to have in your kit as well. Then neck gaiter, used in a similar way to the handkerchief. Use it to cover your neck, cover your head, wipe your sweat, prevent dust from getting in your mouth and your nose. Use it as a mask in a pinch, anything like that. So gaiter, another thing helpful to have. I like to have this and the handkerchief because it covers a lot of bases. Then I just have another little small precision screwdriver. This thing's great to have if you have like small flathead screws you need to open. Then I have another even smaller flathead screwdriver for like eyeglasses or knives or things like that. And then these are the Phillips head versions of those. So 2 sizes of Phillips heads. Then I have a little waterproof pill container. This could be used for all kinds of different things that you need to store and you don't want to get wet. If you need to put something in a little jar of some sort and it has a little keychain loop on it, it's just great to have just in a pinch. Then I have 2 different sizes of 1-piece EDC tweezers. This could be good for like picking up bigger things, and this could be good for like splinters and things that are a little bit smaller. So always good to have tweezers for a variety of different reasons, whether it's medical, you need to pull out a splinter, or anything where you need just like a small pair of hands to get in somewhere small to grab something and pull it. Then last but not least, I just have this little, another little cheap flashlight. This is just a Harbor Freight. It also takes AAA batteries. It's another cheapy guy where in a pinch you need a little light source and your other one's dead or stopped working. You just have a backup. For light sources and fire sources, I like to have a number of different backups just in case, because they're 2 of the most important things to have in a survival situation, or if you're, stuck on the side of the road somewhere, or you're out for the day, or you need to explore something, you always need a light source. So happy to have this in my kit. Always like to keep extras. So if you think about it, I think the difference here in pouches between the smaller pocket pouch versus the double-decker EDC pocket pouch is that this one I would keep probably in a backpack, a duffel bag, a car, at home, in a basement, in a garage, something like that, where I'm not going to be carrying it in my pocket every day. So this one's a little bit more like stays in place. It doesn't get carried around with me every day because it's a little bit bigger. Whereas this guy, I would put in my pocket, or I'd put in a sling bag or my everyday carry backpack and have like the absolute tools I need with me at all times in this thing. So that's where I see this thing living. I really like both colors of it. I like the build quality. I like, interchangeable morale patches. Maxpedition is just a great company, and if you're in the market for an EDC pouch, I would highly consider checking them out. They have a number of different sizes, styles, colors, everything like that. And you can get the exact one that you need that fits your lifestyle, the amount of tools you need to carry. And yeah, I highly suggest you pick one of these up. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.